Hello guys, Hector from Flomix Australia. Welcome back to the channel. Downstreaming. Let's go. All right. Let's talk about my input in this system to introduce it to Flomix. About 2 years ago, we bring some injectors like budget injectors here, but they really don't perform well. So as soon as I noticed that, I took it out of the circulation and then starting to do a lot of investigation. So I come across the Bureau spec. Obviously is the reference on drawing and the SAT sucker, and I wanted to compare it with the Suttner 160. I've got it made in Melbourne. Antonio, thank you for your collaboration. We end up decide to go with the Suttner instead, and I'll let you know why the reason is now. He had an Embraer spec, that's why I wanted to have this collaboration with him in order to compare this Suttner with the SAT sucker, and the one is coming from factory with the stock check valve. It was outperformed by the SAT sucker. So I was pretty sure that the reason behind it was the type of check valve that installed these injectors. So I decided to go ahead and install and get made some adapters and get some good check valves with all the good stuff inside, and so, and with the 10 mil barbs and top, and so, and we start testing against the Embraer spec, and we end up seeing that this little guy here outperform the Embraer spec by 10 or 15%, depends on the machine and flow on your machine. So that's why I end up going with the Suttners. So yeah, and they both have their pros and cons, like everything in life. This injector, this check valve is very reliable. I know people that then don't even rinse it and they get more than a year of it, you know. But this one, you know, is very delicate, you know, you have to definitely rinse it. And the more you rinse it, more life you get of it. It's gonna take like between 4 and 8 months that you need to pop up one of these repair kits with the Vital O-ring and the spring inside there. Very open, very easy to open. You just crank this open and take it off, put the other one on, and the way you go. But yeah, that's the downsides. You know, this one draw less than this, but these the repair kit will require to be changed more often than this one. This one is way more expensive to replace it, you know, but it will last you almost double or so, you know. So these draws, as I said, around 10 or 15% more than a SAT sucker, so makes this injector really nice to use it with this kind of manifolds in here. By the way, this manifold is the B2. I did a few changes to match the 10 millimeters of this injector is coming with, and it's coming with a 10 millimeters pipe, a nice clear manifold, so you know what's going on. You get bubbles in here, so you know you have to fix something in between this area and your tanks, and so you get a little bit of chemical going through, so it's gonna give you a good reference. You will have the reference as well with the Asahi valves in there with the notches, but you better reference. We'll see that chemical going through your clear manifold. Okay, really nice to combine with that injector, because you can actually get your SH and get a little bit of soap in the mix, you know, that will make a perfect solution for your washings. Okay, so this particular one, SH soap and chemical, that you can use a degreaser or whatever you want to use. You actually can put another extra valve in here and just water in there, so you can actually go and flush in your injector, you know. Another cheap solution for that, if you don't want to go that path, it will be these kind of chemical resistant three-way valves, you know, that you can hook it up one side on the SH water and you flip it in here, and the way you go, you rinse in your injector. Okay, same thing will be in this injector. All right, so let's talk about now remote systems. I've got asked this question many times, so that was the main reason I'm doing this video, to give you my idea why there is two systems for a chemical remote system for the downstreaming. You got the high pressure one and the low pressure one. As simple as that. Is going to be hooked up straight to your chemical tank and your water tank. One side of the three-way valve go to your water, the other one to the chemical, whichever chemical you use. And the third one is going straight to your injector. So when you finish applying your chemical, by the click of the button, you will draw water to your injector, okay? This one, on the other hand, what you do is actually bypass the water, so you get chemical when you close the valve. So that valve is all the time open, so the water is going straight in the 3/8, and it will give you the full flow in that direction. In the time you close that valve in there, it will go into the loop and it will go through the injector that will sit in there or in the other side, and will start drawing chemical through the line, and you are applying chemical with that. When you're gonna need these or these, or you can probably use both of them at the same time if you need to. The low pressure one is more common to be used in machines below 21 liters. Because when you draw water through the injector plus the water you're passing through the injector in there, you more or less gonna match in between your full GPM on your machine. Probably if you got a 21 liter machine, you're gonna be on the 19 liters or something like that, which is pretty close, and with these you will kill one bird with two birds with one stone, sorry. So you are rinsing your injector and you actually rinsing as well, okay? But that one in there, you're gonna use it with machines over than 25 liters, 26, 27, 30 liters, 38 liters, whatever, That is important because you have a high performance pressure washer and you want that performance to happen. The thing is that when you pass it that kind of flow passing through in a small injector, you're gonna lose like even the 50% of the flow through the injector, if so, So yeah, that's why this system is good for the big flow machines. All right. There is another way that you can combine both of them. You can just click and then rinse your injector for a little bit. That injector will be installed in there. So you rinse your injector, and when you pass like a couple of minutes rinsing your injector, you get the full flow by clicking that and switching to full flow. Okay. We can do a custom one with you with only one remote, but. Yeah, obviously that it will increase quite a bit the price, But for those that they wanted to, and not coming back to the track and probably switch that three-way valve or close those metering valves in there, you can actually use that one to do so, So yeah, so this is the B2 system. The B2 system is coming now with anodized aluminum frame, which is a really nice construction, and finally we get this thing nice and strong and so also we upgrade the crimps with a 316 stainless steel, so this thing will definitely be for the task. Okay, let's give it a try to the system. So basically you have a switch here, and then you hook it up to your battery, 2 meters of a power cable that goes to your pressure washer battery. It won't draw much, don't worry about the draw, put it in individual battery. If you worry about that, you can get one of these Milwaukee battery and have it hook it up there for a couple of months and then recharge it, but get it in your pressure washer recharges as it works, and you use that but just make sure you stop that button, because obviously these two lights will draw a slow, very little amperage in there, but it will slowly draw your battery. Okay, and then you got an extra button in here for changing to your chemical, so sorry for the flash. So basically there you are drawing chemical, and if you push it again, you change to your water, and that three-way valve will change and start drawing water to your injector to get flush. We got a new remote system, 3 kilometers range. I know you're not using 3 kilometers range, but so obviously we'll get through buildings better than the older versions. Let's see if I can actually focus a little bit on this. So you got a chemical on the top and water on the bottom, you know, so you just click the button, you know, to switch your chemical, and the thing will beep because it's got a feedback feature for you to know if you are far from your rig that you have successfully changed it. Same thing in this system in here, okay, with your remote and the same panel than that one. So you click your chemical in one button, you rinse in the other button in here. These particular valves, they come with an override and Allen key override. They, in case that you have any problems with the actuator. The actuators, they are tested for more than 1,000 cycles. I will encourage you to put a bag on the top, you know, just to prevent if you spray with pressure in that section in there. You know, if you got some cover in there, it will definitely help you out. All right. I think I went through pretty much everything. One more thing I wanted to mention: these injectors we yet require from your machine. Okay, the ones we got in the website, we've got it in 21 liter and a 30 liter. But if you have a 38 liter machine or a 25 liter machine, we can get you the correct jet in the injector to get the maximum draw. So if you're not having the 21 or the 30 liters, get in touch with me and I will get you the right jets inside there to get the maximum draw. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Australia Day. Cheers.